Hello, YouTube. It is Zector, back with another replay analysis video. Today's video was heavily suggested. We're going to be looking at Gen.G today. I've already done some individual videos on each of the players in Gen.G. If you'd like to see more of an individual review, you can go check those out. Before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you for 2,000 subscribers. I've been getting an incredible amount of support recently, and I'm nothing but appreciative that all of you decide to come and watch my videos, and I'm very appreciative for all of the kind comments that you guys give me. I do like interacting with all of you, so if you have something that you'd like to say or if you have a question, please leave them in the comments below, or you can message me on Discord. I'd love to have a conversation. But yeah, let's get right into this video. Alright, getting into this replay. This is Gen.G versus the Ultimates. I'm not exactly sure what game of the series this is, but we're gonna go ahead and look into this. I'm kind of tired right now, if you can't tell. Been kind of busy the past couple days. This is fine. I don't like this decision by Cheese. Cheese committing to the top right boost in this situation is going to be significantly better. I think we're jumping for this under the assumption that Chronic is not going to go, or if there's really no reason to be doing this regardless of what we do in this situation. Chronic is not just going to leave LJ in a 1v1 situation. He's going to take the cut here. There's also no point in Chronic going and grabbing the back right boost. That leaves a lot of space for LJ, potentially forcing LJ into a defensive situation on Cheese if Cheese can set up the offensive play appropriately. So would have been way better if we would have already grabbed that full boost, been turning in by now, and that would have been really good. But yeah, we'll see what happens. MJ, I like that MJ is marking this. This could be good. We do have a Reddles with boost, so this isn't completely terrible. Reddles will be able to play a lot of support options in this situation, and then naturally we have a Cheese that could zone some other options as well. So I don't disagree with this. Yeah, Cheese going to be the one to come in here. This is fine. Cheese is going to have a better path. He's already going a little bit fast. Yeah, no, this is a lackluster shot in this situation. So like as soon as we get in this situation, we should already know this is just not going to be a very strong shot. I think there's a lot of other options that we could have done here that would give us a lot, if not more, value in this situation. The only thing I see First Killer doing with that ball, or this touch, is waiting for the ball to get to the wall, taking a catch up the wall, soloing off the wall, banging off the wall, taking a touch, taking it into corner, taking it off the wall. And we can argue some of these are gonna, allow Gen.G to get a little bit closer, but it's also allowing the Ultimates to get into better positions. It's also allowing the Ultimates to get more boosts and get better resources. So there's a lot of different things that we could have done in this situation, and recognizing that we're just not going to have a really good shot and not trying to force that value out would have been really good here. A couple of different options that Cheese could have done here. We could have done a small touch to the left, try to roll it up the wall, dodge alongside that touch as well so that you can follow up onto the wall. This does open up the risk of First Killer jumping for the ball, because he absolutely can do that. It also opens up the risk of First Killer simply going up the wall, which is another option. But some other better options that we could do in this situation is to just pop the ball really high here off left wall. That would work. That's going to force First Killer to use boost, more than likely either a First Killer or a Chronic. It's going to force one of them to use boost in this situation, which is going to be really good in draining their boost economy. Or a high touch off a corner, that would have been really good. It might even force First Killer in a really awkward situation where Chronic has to go, and that touch is going to go out to a Reddles. So that could have been good, but there's a billion different things that we could have done differently here, and I think we just rushed this really fast. It seems really autopilot. Okay, shit. That's a bit more of an exaggerated, little bang touch than I expected, but yeah, it does end up getting banged out because he did that touch. So now Gen.G just lost a lot of field progression. Wait. Okay, I thought that was just gonna go in. It looked like Reddles was a bit weird, and then MB was like, oh shit, now I have to go for it. That should be good. Should be cool. I already don't like this. Here's the thing. Cheese in this situation, there's an MB in corner with a full. In this situation, the only reason that Cheese would have to cut up connector here in order to go for the ball is to dissipate early threat that his teammate isn't able to cover. But that's not the case here. He doesn't need to compensate in that way for his teammate. All he simply needs to do is sit low and then let MB play off of connector, off of wall, right? He sits low, he's chilling, whatever. Yeah, see? I don't really like this, right? MB could have played this just fine. There was no need for a Cheese to come up at all in this situation. He'd have been perfectly fine sitting down low here. Oh yeah, it ends up in a goal. Yeah. Yeah, no, if Cheese would have just played the low, let MB play the high, this was easily avoidable. You know, I'm gonna try to really figure out what this team is doing wrong, but already off a rip, it's like you have to understand the roles that your teammates are able to play in any given situation, and you have to allow them to play it, and you have to play your own role, and when you don't, shit breaks down like that. And that was easily identifiable in that situation as well. There's really no excuse for that to happen, but just laziness and autopiloting. It's just, you know, it's whatever. That's not bad by Riddles. MB, big touch out here. LJ, probably not going to be able to do anything instant. Going to take a little bit of time in this situation. MB's moving way too fast. And this is going to put Cheese in a really weird situation here. Okay, yeah. And MB got nothing here. Let's go ahead and look at this from MB, right? And I already know what a lot of people are going to say. Well, you know, Zector, like, listen, you know, he's forcing for his teammate in this situation, right? Like, he's forcing. He needs to be here. No, you're wrong, right? So many people, I have to say this like every video because some people truly just really don't understand how the game like works. But simply going for a player doesn't necessarily force them to do anything. Those things are not mutually exclusive. Just because you go doesn't mean you're forcing. Look at First Killer in this situation. First Killer could literally give less of a fuck about an MB right here, right? He does not care about MB right now. MB, and now maybe if First Killer was like a small little diamond player or like a champ player, like, yeah, he might have panicked here. Like, oh my God, he's going so fast to the ball. But any good player is going to recognize this is a really safe situation. The only threat would be a demo, which we can clearly tell like MB is not going for. But at the very least, you can jump for this, avoid a demo, and keep control of the ball here by simply jumping up, boosting forward, dodging through that boost so you stick with the ball through the corner here, and you can play a 50 perfectly fine. So like that's not an argument either, right? No, MB didn't need to do this, and not to mention, right, look at Cheese's positioning. So even if this was a force, it's a terrible one because of where Cheese is positioned. And if he was doing this as a force, then that just, it still means it's bad because it means he was unaware of where Cheese is positioned right here. But what could have MB done differently is what I'm sure a lot of you are wondering. In this situation, so let's go back, right? I kind of missed the point. It happened so far back, but by the time MB gets here, he can already cover every fucking option. The only reason he should be pushing mad deep here, and I'm not saying he should stop here, by the way, he can play dynamically along this path. And what I mean by dynamically is he can play slow or fast at any given point. So if he wants to go pretty fast into here and then slow, I don't care. If he wants to slow and then go fast, I don't care. But this all needs to happen a bit further back. The only point of going up is if Reddles would have still had control of the ball and could actively produce a beneficial pass to this space, but we could already immediately tell that's not guaranteed. So MB is rushing into space, not aware of any of the options that could come out, just hoping that he's going to be able to get something out of this play. That's just really lazy. Like, you can't play like that. If he would have played back here, if First Killer would have caught the ball and wanted to take it this way, MB could do all of that, and he could press this way and force a First Killer into a cheese, which could have been really, really good in that situation. See, positions force more than just going for the ball, I will say. Just being in this situation, First Killer sees you, and the First Killer sees you facing him, and he's like, he can't just ignore that. You're a present threat. But when you're just all the way up here saying like, oh yeah, maybe, because like up here, this is all he covers. Versus back here, he covers this, and this. He covers this, he covers this, he covers fucking everything from coming back here. And if we look, holy shit, it's like MB would have been here. And it's also like, this is a reasonably open net right now, right? But we missed out on it just by autopiloting. Like, absolutely not. You cannot be doing that. And Cheese didn't get shit here either. Because like it was not good with what MB did, so it's like we just wasted a whole turn for no reason. I like this by Reddles. That's pretty good. 50 by MB. Cheese can do a couple of things here. Cheese can either go in this situation, and if he goes, this could be incredibly favorable if he gets a good touch. He has to get a touch that's pretty close to the wall. If it goes out a lot, a first killer is going to be able to come in and play a support option on that before an MB or before a Reddles, depending on where that touch is. Or Cheese can just turn around in this situation and just wait a little bit, which is going to allow his teammates to get into better positions. It's going to give the ultimates a lot of field progression, but they could work out of it, you know, because they're going to have more resources overall if he does that. It looks like he's probably going to go though, but we have to see. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, we can see a first killer. A first killer is definitely going to be the next one. Okay. I like this. Reddles is playing like a safety option right now. I don't think he's fully sure if MB is going to be able to get to like connector onto backboard in time. So I don't disagree with this. Like, we do use a turn by doing this, but it's a really safe option. So I actually don't disagree with this too much. Like, this is played pretty well. MB, that's a decent touch. LJ, not going to be able to have too many immediate options. So we're going to have Cheese in this situation, play a low, force high for Reddles. MB is going to grab that mid boost, come back, play a low option onto left side or left mid boost. Maybe it gets past a Chronic or a first killer. First killer, since he has full boost, probably be the one to play it first. But we'll see. Yeah, I don't know if first killer is going to go here. First killer might not go here. This is slightly risky. First killer could get away with going here. Like, he does have a teammate. Okay, he does end up going, but MB's playing this pretty well. He ends up getting past. Chronic should be backing off in this situation because that's really, really threatening. Like, Chronic can't just, like, fucking sit there and let Red... Like, Chronic either needs to go or he needs to go back. You can't just really sit there in that situation because it could be way too threatening. Really high touch up here. I like this a lot. Okay, we can tell Reddles came into this area expecting this bounce to go a different place, and then it didn't, and then he was like, oh fuck, I can't go for this, and then just immediately panicked and went for off-ball value. I just don't disagree with this. As soon as we got this touch, Cheese just grabbed boost like behind us in this situation. I was like a millisecond off, but Cheese just grabbed boost in this situation, so just continue going for off-ball value. There's no need to sit here and zone this area. Cheese can do that perfectly fine, as well as having an MB that's just now about to spawn back. He can go up and play a support in this situation. Okay, Reddles is gonna play it, which is fine. There's nothing, I don't disagree with the Reddles playing it. He's playing just way too quick though. Now granted, LJ got a fucked up bullshit touch. Like, that's crazy. But it's fine. I like that, actually. I like that a lot. I don't know if there's going to be someone challenging him. No, there's not. But that's a really good touch over to Reddles. This could be a goal. Ooh, it was close. MB leaving in this situation. Cheese probably best to just not go in this situation. Yeah, no, he just used all that boost in that turn. MB's getting beat here. He is getting beat. Let's go ahead and look at this. Okay, this is not threatening. And this is also just clearly, he's just unaware. There is a Chronic sitting right there. There's no way that you know there's a Chronic sitting so close in the lane, also facing the ball, and just turn in like this. I absolutely disagree. He could have waited here. Yeah, there was no need to do this. This is gonna probably leave his teammates in a really bad position like later in this play, because he's like the only one with reasonable amounts of boost. Where's Reddles? Okay, this pathing is messy. So at this point, Reddles already covers every single thing that could happen in this situation by sitting right here, right? Like, we know that a first killer is not going to immediately have an option on the ball. We know that this touch isn't going to go anywhere really different than back here. We know we don't need to be super fucking up here in this situation, right? So, like, and you can see he pushes forward a little bit, and I think it's because he wants to zone this out a little bit more, but this is not completely guaranteed yet, which could leave him in a shit poor position, which, see, now we have to immediately come back here. But if we were sitting right here, we could have jumped right now for the ball. That could have stopped first killer completely, but even if we didn't do that, we could have taken like a path like this instead. But you can see Reddles is like backwards, and that leaves him vulnerable to this bump. And it's just like, yeah, no, it's just chalked, really. Like, not much to say there. Okay, that's pretty good. Reddles looks really, really awkward. What? He looks really awkward. Okay, this makes sense. Yeah, he noticed he wasn't going to be able to get anything immediately. I mean, this is like, okay, we're going to have players to deal with it. Like, idealistically, we'd want to, like, put that in a different place, but that's not terrible. Pretty good by Cheese and MB. I don't disagree with that. Okay, Reddles is so lost immediately. We know that there's an MB behind us. We know an MB doesn't have boost. When we're going over to this, well, like, this doesn't make sense. We're also pushing MB off. MB can't even go for the ball in this situation because of what Reddles is doing here. Ideally, like, what Reddles would want to do could be just play like this, right? And at this time we have a Cheese that's coming back, so like then Reddles could just get the fuck out and let a Cheese come in that has a better angle. That could have been completely fine, but MB can't even go because Reddles is doing that. Like, look at this from MB. Like, if you see your teammate like this, like, MB 100% thinks Reddles is gonna cut for this, right? And then he's like, oh shit, right? And you can see that oh shit moment in his movement where it's like, you can tell he just was not expecting that. Reddles absolutely could have just left that for MB. This team's just not leaving looks for each other. They're not letting each other play roles, and they're like setting each other up for roles, and then what the fuck is going on? This is just like crazy autopilot. He's just like, go forward, look at the ball, go forward. Oh, there's another person. It's like, no, we need to focus on like value, and we need to really hone in on it. There's no reason in pushing real close here. Yeah, no, his pathing is just all over the place, but okay, I like how he's playing this. This is fine. I like that from Reddles. That's pretty good. That could be fine. MB, it depends really where this go, but MB could play wall here. And that would be fine because we do have a Cheese. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, he could play like any of that area really, and all of that area would be okay. This is gonna be a pass over to Reddles, but Reddles isn't even able to turn, so LJ is gonna be able to get something here. Probably have a first killer, get back in the lane, try to play over him. That was not the best idea. It's just gonna give to a Reddles, but Reddles kind of gives the touch back. Didn't really have many other options in that situation. There is an LJ over here, so I like that MB is jumping immediately, or else it would have given LJ a lot of time. Go instant here. Yeah, he's just not quick enough. If he wanted to do that, he needs to do it a lot quicker. A little awkward here. That could be oh my goodness. Reddles is in there. This was a crazy, that was a crazy save. That could have went a lot of places. Now, granted, it really did look like it was going there. Like, you could just hard read that. Ooh! Ooh, that touch was clean. Oh my, Cheese is clean with it sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was beautiful. Okay. You know, I like that. That's fine. First, they're probably gonna pop high. Yeah. Okay. This is very odd. Okay, Reddles is so lost. Pushing so... Listen, we have to give some space. Like, we have to give some space. Like, there's no point in trying to be fast for everything if it's just gonna put you... Like, if you're getting scored on from doing it, like, you can't just sit here and be like, oh, I need to be even faster. Like, dude, no, that's not, like, the natural course of action. Like, in a situation like this, Reddles can already cover a lot of options from, like, right here, and then he could play in here because first killer is not threatening, like, immediately, because we have a Cheese that can play a first killer, but we don't have someone that can play this here. But now Reddles is facing backwards because he pushed so far and now has to go deep. If he just sat right here, he's literally jumping immediately for this, probably beating over to an LJ. LJ takes up wall, solo play, Cheese sits up wall into the solo play, MB comes back by then. I mean, there's like a fuck ton of shit that could have happened to this, but it's like, this is gonna be a goal. This could still be a goal. There's a outlet. No, it's dead. Damn. Okay, well, they didn't end up getting scored on. He's missing this. Gotta play that way better. They're just using a lot of their turns. Ooh, rush this boost. That forces LJ out. That's a really good decision. Okay, this is really awkward. He's gonna go fast, yeah. Ooh. That's fine. LJ probably beats here. Yeah, no, it would have been better for Reddles to take a little bit more time. Yeah, now they just don't have boost because they're pushing the pace so quick. Ooh, this could be good. Ooh, there's some crazy touches coming out from Reddles. Okay, this is fine. Reddles could play. He probably gets beat. Yeah, unfortunate. I don't really disagree with him going for that. He definitely could have gotten something favorable. It would have allowed a Cheese to come in and play. Some aggressive support options in that situation. What is Reddles doing? I think he's looking initially for a pass, but even if this comes to Reddles, like he has no boost. So he might as well just go for off-ball value immediately. Oh, okay, he catches an LJ. But LJ... What? LJ literally saw him. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, no, LJ shouldn't have got them in there. Jeez, try to play a 50 there. It's not terrible. Just probably bang out. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I think they're just trying to really push the pace here. Because they know that they need to get at least one. If they get one, it would set them up really well here. I like that cut by Cheese. That's really good. Really bad jump by first killer. MB trying to pad here. It's fine. I actually really like that from MB. I like the speed in the situation. We do not want to let it get past MB here. Absolutely do not want the Riddle's kind of just playing really quickly, but like, no, but there is a chronic that could come in there. Ooh, really good touch by Riddles. Oh, but that's crazy. That was really, really close to a demo. I'm really curious what Unreal Units he was at in that situation. Okay, Cheese gonna play a solo out here. Riddles is just kind of driving. Okay, I mean, this is fine. Like, it's okay. Like, Rattles could do that. The situation kind of doesn't allow him to do that. We have another solo play. Playing over here. Rattles playing really close. He's not going to get anything immediately. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Oh, I like that. That could be a goal. Yeah, no, that was really well played. I like that a lot, actually. You know, so far, this team has the framework. Ooh, wait. Bang! Damn. That's a pretty good save by LJ. I think this shot looked oh yeah, it was a little bit slower. But no, this team has the foundation. Like, this team absolutely has the framework. I just don't think that they've built off of it. Like, I've gone over each one of these players individually on my channel. And, you know, back then I definitely said that I like the team. I like the roster. I think they have a good coach as well. I think they have two coaches, Cupford and Rogreg. Rogreg's really good coach. So I think that they definitely know what they need to do. And you can definitely see it in their gameplay that they definitely have some things that they're like trying to focus on. But then there's these moments where things just break down and they're just autopiloting and we're playing in these really odd positions and we're not letting our teammates play for space, or we're not letting our teammates do their role. We're like stripping the role away from our teammates and then executing poorly while we're inside of it. There's just a bunch of different things, you know, especially that we saw in this replay that could absolutely be better. And I know that it follows them in every single game. I could look at any game of theirs and probably find similar things. We just looked really messy this game. But, you know, I wish good things for this team. I want to see this team succeed. So I hope they're able to kind of get rid of some of these issues and find a little bit more efficiency in their gameplay. But if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, please comment, and please subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.